How is it going, fight fans? Joey G from Wrestling Headlines, and I am honored to be joined today by someone who needs no invitation. She is the badass of Impact Wrestling, Miss Tasha Steelz. Tasha, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, thank you for having me on. I appreciate this.
Of course, absolutely. It is, like I said before, an honor. Tasha, this most recent episode of Impact, you got to share the ring with one of the longest reigning Knockouts champion of all time in Taya Valkyrie. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like to be in there with one of the best in the Knockouts division? Do you feel like you gained anything? And you put up a great effort, but you did come up short in the matchup. So what did you learn?
You know, Taya and I wouldn't have been able to clash if she wasn't all up in me and Kiera's business. You know, all we was trying to basically do is help Johnny Bravo just be the man. He's about to be married to Rosemary. You know, I feel like that's a task in itself. You know, so you gotta be a strong man to do all that. And you know, Kiera and I were just trying to help Bravo to be the one of the best man and be one of his best men. And here comes Taya with her little, nosy self coming up in our business. And then, I had to, let her know I am the Boricua badass for a reason. And she showed me that she is one of the longest reigning knockouts champion also for a reason. I did come up short this time. I kind of underestimated everything, but I feel like height played in it, a little bit, because, I'm short and she's really tall. And, in her little fur boots she got, I feel like she had them dogs in there and they was kind of like biting at me a little bit. So I kind of feel like she had a little bit of an advantage, but it's all good because we're going to plan B and Kiera's going to be facing Taya. And you know what? There's always our side of winning at the end of this very much. So, I'm not really too worried about Taya too much. And if she won a round two with the Boricua badass, it ain't no problem.
Well, like you said, you were able to utilize your short advantage in the matchup. You were able to gain some offense. You're able to gain a little bit more knowledge about her offense. So hopefully, second time around, you'll be able to pass that knowledge off to Kiera, and you, like you said, guys will come out on the winning end. I'm happy you brought Kiera up because she was going to be my next question. It seems like you two really formed a bond right as you entered into Impact Wrestling. Can you talk a little bit about your alliance, how that started?
Oh, absolutely. Kiera and I, we've been friends for a long time. This just didn't happen at Impact. We've been friends outside of Impact for a while, and we always been around each other, always hung out with each other, and it was just right moment at the right time. Me coming into Impact, not having any friends, and always having to watch my back, especially I'm going for the same thing as the rest of these girls are going for, and that's the Knockouts Championship. So once I saw Kiera, I already knew with our natural chemistry that we have, I already knew that we can both accomplish the same goal by taking out each one of these knockouts one at a time. So, it's all natural, and, everyone loves to see us, and, we love to always show up and show out, and that's what we're doing every Tuesday night.
I tell you what, and it's a pleasure to watch you guys every Tuesday night because you're really creating such buzz in that division. You've been with Impact for a few months now. You've already gotten to face off with the likes of a Havoc, a Kylie Ray. Just got to face Taya. Anyone else on your radar of who you're hoping to step in the ring with?
I definitely, whether she has a Knockouts championship or not, Deonna Purrazzo, she's also one of my really close friends, and she's also, a training buddy of mine. We trained together in Team Adams. I haven't faced her in a very, very, very long time, and I really think there's a difference between us training back then and me now. So I definitely want to show that off to her. So definitely Deonna, definitely Madison, because Madison Rain has been ducking me for a while. So she tried to say that she got some jobs going on. It's really she's trying to take Josh Matthews' job, but I'm not going to let that happen. And, she need to stop ducking me and get in the ring with the Boricua badass. And, being in the ring with Taya was another goal I accomplished. Also, I would like to face Rosemary, but I don't want to go to the undead realm. So if she cannot bring me there and just kind of like we just face off in the ring and not in the realm, then that'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, anytime I can get in the ring with all these girls, Tennille, Jordan, it's listen, they're gonna see why Tasha Steelz is the Boricua badass and why she calls herself the brightest star in the sky.
The brightest star in the sky, and she continues to shine bright. I tell you what, if anything, Rosemary will only take you to that realm because she is ducking you in the real realm where you will show her.
Hey,
So
I like that.
Kind of one of my favorite things that I got to write about you in the past was back in May. Tasha Steelz, a bit with badass, appeared in 2 promotions in one night. She pulled a very Rick Rude-like maneuver, appearing for the NWA in the Impact. What was that like to receive? And you were critically acclaimed on both shows. You put in 2 very solid performances, and the wrestling world was buzzing that evening for Tasha Steelz. So what was it like to hear the buzz from 2 separate wrestling fan bases, especially now that Impact is on Access TV?
Hey, you know what? I felt really good because I believe, if we can check the records on this, I believe I am the only female that has done that. So you know, it was just my way of pushing myself a lot more. You know, I didn't really get to do that much during the indies, and I felt like crossing between NWA and Impact was the best time to show who I am and what I can do. And it just, to me, I think it was just a coincidence that it happened that I was debuting on Impact, and I happened to already had a NWA show with me having a match there airing the same night. So once I found out that that was happening, I was just like, well, you know, this is good push as any, you know, good buzz as any. So once people were saying I pulled the Rick Rude, I was like, well, that's a title that I'm gonna just, you know, continue with for the rest of my life. You know, I feel like I'm the only female that pulled a ravishing Rick Rude in her career, and that was in 1 year. So it felt great, and like I said, I can add that to my resume.
As you should have. You know what? I think I'll reclassify it. Instead of you pulling a Rick Rude, I'm going to say that you pulled the first ever Tasha Steelz.
There we go.
Only got one more question for you, Tasha. Again, super appreciate you taking the time to talk with me, Joey G, and Wrestling Headlines. You know, a lot of people, wrestling fans, critics, reporters like myself, refer to the Knockouts division in Impact Wrestling as one of the best women's division in all of pro wrestling. Would you think that there is any type of extra pressure for you and the other Knockouts to have to put on these high quality matches as you always do? How does that feel? Do you guys feel like you're living up to that name?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been done before I've gotten there, before Kylie's gotten there, before Deanna's gotten there, before Kiera, Taya, before all of us have gotten there. The Impact Knockouts division has been showing off and showing out. You know, you had people like Gail Kim, you had people like Mickie James, you had Awesome Kong, you know, you had the likes of these women, Madison Rayne, I'm sorry, and you had these women just setting the bar for women's wrestling and being one of the best divisions. And with all of us coming in with our, you know, diversities and our different flavors and everything like that and different styles, I feel like we're just setting extra bars every single time, every single week. And it's no pressure for us because, you know, we're professionals like that. We can handle that. You know, if we couldn't handle that, we wouldn't be here. So I feel like it's something that everyone else should be following suit, you know, and trying to get over that bar with us. So I feel like with us setting that bar each week, you know, people got to follow up. You know, they have to follow us.
They do have to follow. And you know what? A tough act to follow because, like I said, it's been a pleasure watching everyone in Impact on Access, but especially that Knockouts division. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of you, Miss Tasha. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Good luck with the future. I know you and Kiera are going to continue to raise hell in that division, and I look forward to watching it.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to push to become Knockouts tag champions. You'll just wait and see.
Oh, that's quite a statement. You know what? If anyone I know is going to be able to live up to that standard, it's going to be the two of you.
Oh, yes.
The badass Tasha Steelz, thank you very much.
Thank you.